what we don't do now is we don't stress anything, right? So we don't pull on anything or pull it back when we're wrapping it. So these need to go in this bag, so they need to go straight up and down. So what I'm going to do one or the other, it doesn't matter which side you start with. We're going to take this one and lift it up, and I'm just going to make it go straight up and down. Okay, no stress, didn't unravel anything, just move it without stress. Don't pull anything, don't push tension in anything, right? Now, I'm just going to take this right here. I'm just going to fold it back. Again, no tension. Can leave it all. Sorry, the phone's ringing, I've got to go. No big deal, right? Our nose is all here, but I want to tidy this up a little bit and keep it under control. So I'm just going to kneel on here, keep everything together. What I'm going to do is I want to get this piece of fabric here, and I want to drag it around all of this here, right? Make it into this nice clean knuckle. Then I'm going to kneel on it, and it's here that you tidy up your whole ear, right? This is all hanging out here, and if you pull it from here, I'm going to put the nose inside, and this is going to indicate to me pretty quickly where that all wants to fold, right? So here I am actually pulling on everything. I want to get this skin to go around everything. You see how the skin goes from one side to the other, and my seam is on the inside. Now I just decide kind of where it is I want, and then I just fold it over. Again, no stress. If you pull that, you know, if you put tension on that, it's just going to spring and want to get undone. So all I've done is turned it over and laid it down. Again, I can go and have lunch. I'll see you in the morning. Right? And it's not going anywhere. So now I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So I want to keep this under control. So I'm going to kneel on this at the beginning, right? So it's under control. I'm just going to do the same thing we did. I'm going to pull this straight up and down, okay? I take all this, turn it over, clean up my knuckle. Okay, and then I'm just going to kneel on this and use my shin to keep the other one still, right? Like so. And again, now I've got all this here, I can tidy all this up. Again, if you pull the outside pieces up here, like this skin that's going around, and give it a tug, it's just going to pretty much tell you what needs to get folded where. And then just make it as narrow or as comfortable, as clean as you want it. And here we go, we got another nice ear. We come off. And we're going to turn this one back now. And what's going to happen is, what people do a lot is they see this and they put their fingers here, but now, see what happens. You've got all the thickness of that parachute. So you've got to understand how thick that's going to be. So I'm going to need to turn it probably here to make those level and even. And if they don't come out even, then I know I need to do something else. Yep. Which would mean that I'm probably not even here. But because they're nice and even, it means we are. So now we've got it all here. All I'm going to do is squeeze this together, kneel on these, and we're ready to go. So I don't want to, this could have been, I got to make longer ears for this one. Now I'm just going to put these in here. I don't want to fold them, I don't want to do anything. I want them to concertina in here, because if I need to make any adjustments, if I folded these over, now I've locked it into a size. But if I concertina it in here, and I need to put more in, I can change to where these two folds are, and I can just move it in, or I can move it out, depending on what I need. If I need more in the back, I can put my hand in, and I can take this whole section and just push it forwards or backwards. So I haven't shoved anything in there, I've just set them in direction, bag straight, rig straight, everything's nice and straight. Again, I'm just going to go one side or the other, doesn't matter. What I'm going to do, because now it's all soft here, I can just pick this whole thing up and bend it in the middle, right? So I can pick, and what I want to do now, so I'm just trying to get this lump started in the bag. So I'm going to pull my mouth lock down and just pop it in there. Again, I'm not trying to go anywhere. Now I need, what's happening now is the ear is going to get kind of stuck here. So I'm just going in there and clearing that out. And I'm not trying to get this in, I'm not shoving anything, I'm just getting it laid and started. Because once I've got this section here, this heavier section here, started in the bag, right? This part here is what I'm interested in. Same thing, I can lift it up, mouth lock comes underneath, and you can see it instantly wants to go inside the bag, right? And now I'm just clearing this out, letting a little bit more air go in there. And now it's just basically sitting there. I'm not going to push this in there in any way, shape or form. But now I've got it in the right direction. Now we can do all the stuffing and filling, right? Because now we've got to get it in the bag. But we're going to do that from the other side, because now we've got something to fight against. So from here, depending on what I want to do, if I want to get, I want this to go inside there, right? So I want these grommets to be far, far away from my AED. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this bag up and lay it on my knees. But you can't let it lay back, it's just, you want it straight up and down, right? And then this will naturally just want to fall into the bag down here, right?
What? Opposite.
See that? And now, those grommets are a million miles away from my AED, right?
Yeah.
Now with the javelin's got quite a steep side angle, right? This is a Vector or whatever, the bag would probably be longer. We might not want to go raise this up anyway, because they're kind of more flat. But for the javelin, what I want to do now is I might decide I want a bit more up here. What I want to do is I might just push it in a bit, right? And all I'm going to do is change where this fold is, right? See, I'm just going to change where this fold is. That's all I do. Push it in, and this fold right here changes, right? But now, because it's a javelin, I need to make it higher. So instead of, you can't make a big fold. So all you do is you pinch fold, right? So in this whole section here, I'm just going to pinch it like that and pull it up. So what I just did is I just made a raise in this corner right here. See that? Mm-hmm. So all I did is I took this and I put a pinch fold in it, just like that. See that? And always pull your bag around the parachute from the bottom. Never try to do this stuff. That's what gets you that rounded bottom. Last time I checked, the bottom of that container's not round, it's flat. And this bag is exactly the same size as that container. So we want everything inside this bag. And as you can see, it's already in there. No effort, no struggles, it's done. Now, as we were talking yesterday, I want to get these lines up here and to where they need to go. So I don't want to put any stress on them. Got a lot of weight down there. If I start pulling, those grommets are just going to start coming out the bag. So we just move forward, right? Now, I don't want to change the shape of this bag either. So I want to make sure that I have enough line to come nice and clean up here, go all the way over there, so that I can lock it off, right? So I want to make sure I've got that. So I can come up here, I pull it up. No, I need to go more forward, right? Because I want to be able to have enough to comfortably go here without changing the shape of my bag. Mm-hmm. So good, I'm good now. So now I've got to get I need to make sure I don't lose this end. I put my thumb in this end, and I still have full use of my hands. Now, I've got enough slack line here to do what I need to do. Pinching, I'm going to pull this up, and I'm not going to chase this grommet over here, right? I want this grommet to come all the way over and be sitting on the other one. So I'm still manipulating what's in my bag. Now I'm here, I'm clean, I got all that I need to come over here and be super comfortable. Right? I didn't put any stress, all that stuff still. And then we're just going to do the same over here. Just pull it up, change it into the other thumb. Now, unfortunately, these loops are getting really slack because they've been used so often. But now, the next thing, I don't want this bag shape to go, right? It's very easy to make it end up like this by shortening this to there. Everybody's in an anxious mode to get this in here, but I don't want to do that. I still need to have enough to go where we're going, right? So I still need to sit forward and then finally lock the bag off over here. So now it's just a matter of manipulating. I've already got a pretty nice hole in here. But what I'm going to do now is with my fingers or my packing paddle, these are rounded, right? And I want those to be nice and square. So I can go in here very clearly see that I've got two halves, right? I can push this out here and square it up and make a hole in here, right? Yeah, you can do it with a paddle or you can do it with your fingers. It's just, you know, and what I'm doing is I'm making a real big hole in here for my AD, and I'm squaring up this corner back here, so I want this corner to get full up. I want nothing here in the middle. And the other place where it's important to clear it out is just in here, because you can get it clearer down here, but if you leave it in here, the back of the pilot chute wants to kick up. So when you go in here, again, we can see all the way down to our data packing. So we've got two clean halves. We're in here, and I'm just going to take this part here and push it out and away from this area right here. See the difference between this side now and this one?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
I've got a big old field with no effort whatsoever. Same here, I'm just going to push this out, clean it up a little bit, and now there's absolutely nothing through the middle of this rig. You've got two distinct clean halves.